Burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live. It's going down, baby. Burning through ashes, trying to make common sense.
Burn Live, y'all remember one of keeping y'all connected. That oh man, that used to be the old one. I miss that old intro that I used to have, bro. I used to have a it took me a long time to come up with. I think that's why I miss it. Yeah, I used to go Burn Live, y'all. Murr Wankley keeping us connected. Hashtagging this red eye. Changing underage smoking. What else I changed? I ain't said it in a while. I don't forgot it. That's messed up. Now it's Burn Live, burn through conversation, trying to ask y'all some common sense. Okay. Huh?
How the hell you forget?
Just ain't said it in a while. Trying to come up with something new. Trying to, venture off into a new time, new broadcast, a new, just new things, man. New things going on every day. Man, amazing day, y'all. Amazing day, amazing day. I wish somehow I could have had that clip of who I got to see on TikTok. Y'all got to meet a very famous lady who done a lot for creating laws in the community. It was very sweet seeing this lady. She wrote the three-strike crime bill, which I'm saying a lot of us don't understand where they came from, or I'm saying only know the effects of the crime bill, but actually not knowing who created it, why it was created, and I'm saying the effects of the creation. When you see and you hear the stories out of the person's mouth, and I'm saying to understand the effect that it takes, because yet again, when this lady wrote this bill, I was 3 to 4 years old when it actually got put into place. So yet again, it affected me greatly and how you put it in, because yet again, I was once a kid amongst a bunch of hoodlums.
You look right. Covers accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
So when you look at that, and then my thing about it is, ladies and gentlemen, it's the fact that most people who was talking about it before we met this lady, it was this specific guy who was really talking about systemic racism. And it's always amazing to me that there are people out here that want to point to a law that got put into place that we blame a system, that we blame a white man. Now, what's crazy is, and the point is, this guy points to systemic racism, heard the story from the lady's mouth, and then backtrack like, oh, I'm sorry, so that's not systemic racism. Maybe that's not systemic racism, because yet again, you're talking about something that started in California in the 80s. Anybody know about crack in the 80s? Anybody know about gangs in the 80s? Anybody know about California in the 80s? Would tell you that it was very dangerous. Would tell you that that time wasn't safe to be outside in the street. And we're talking about 87. So we're talking about a time and an era where this stuff was fully involved. Like it was no escaping it in 87. I think like the lady said, she's like everybody and their granny was doing something, had some type of involvement with this era. This guy steady saying that it was systemic racism. He reversed, like people like to say, and I'm gonna start using it too when I especially when I start a debate, because I have been learning how to debate and how to debate a little bit more properly. You know what I'm saying? And when you so-called move the goalpost, when you try to say that this area right here is the reason that something's happening, and then you be like, okay, I can't blame it on that because now I've been told the truth over there. Now I'm gonna go to this and see if I can get systemic racism or get them to believe me over there. Moving the goalpost. But when you move the goalpost, when you try to, I don't know, it's and everybody on the thing agreed. Like you're looking for something that ain't there. Oh, he went to music. I'm sorry. He went to music. And I was like, you going to music? He's like, well, it's the music. See, what the music did is involved us and then put us in there. And now that we hear the music, you know what I'm saying? We can, huh? You talked about a law that was, I don't know. I never asked this question. And I think I'm gonna start asking this question to people. For an effect on black people. Because I guess I'm asking this to white people too. I'm sorry, I am, but I'm asking this to black people. For as an effect on black people, what has more an effect, policies or music? I was just kind of wondering. I would just ask. I would just kind of want to see what people think and how you think. If people that's in here live, I highly appreciate you. If you like to comment, I will post your comments. If you answer the question, what you think has more effect on black people, music or policy, put down in the comment. I will post your comments, or as you see, you can see it down in there. I'm just up here venting. Stay and fight, run and leave. That's the title, because I'm curious to understand, and I know people a lot of curious of how I think too, and I'm like, I just think how I see things logically as possible. I may not be perfect, I may not truly understand, I may not even get it fully. You know what I'm saying? There are things I might miss too. But yet again, to get back to the story, that this guy, and he good guy. You know what I'm saying? Go check him out on TikTok. I think it was God in 30 Seconds. I think is his name. So go check him out. To look for a prop. No, I'm gonna say it like this: to look for a boogeyman. Remember how we, as a kid, used to be scared under your bed, under in the closet, in the couch. You used to be scared. You used to be terrified. You know what I'm saying? Things used to rattle you. Okay. The boogeyman didn't have a name. You didn't know who the boogeyman is, but you were scared of it. You're running up to your parents. Oh my God, the boogeyman! Somebody help! Right? Okay. So what I'm saying and what I'm alluding to is that systemic racism that most black people are looking for is called the boogeyman. It's a make-believe scary monster that lives under your closet. I mean, I say under your closet, under your bed, in your closet, that does not exist, that we wish that exists so bad so we could point the finger at somebody so we can get reparations. I really believe that. I believe that cold-heartedly. Why I believe that? Good question. Because when you ask somebody to present systemic racism, when you ask somebody to present a bill, a law, or something that's put in place that was genuinely put there to stop, you can't name none in today's society. Yes, you can go back to the Jim Crow era. True indeed. Yes, you can go back to the slave era. Yes, you can. I would agree with you. But when you're looking at today's society, when you're looking at millionaires, when you're looking at people that are 100,000aires, when you're looking at people that are billionaires, what shackles did they let go? What shackles was on their feet that held them back to where they couldn't get it? You couldn't answer that. You couldn't give me that. There was no system that was in their way that had the same 24 hours as anybody else. We had the same movements as you. You had the same movements as me. We make the good choices, make the bad choices. We may not got it at this time, but when we're talking about this, let me get deeper into it. When we're trying to make a difference, and I think this goes back to what I was saying a while back when it comes to winners and losers. Please go check out that show. It was a very good episode. I went deep into defining winning and losing and why we should teach our kids winning and losing. YouTube's trying to take that down, but please go check that out. When you teach your kids about winning and losing, about making mistakes, about understanding that everything is a lesson to be learned in life that you go through. That's why you go through ups and downs. We wouldn't call it down if it was up, wouldn't call it down if it was stuck. You have to look at situations for what they are and accountable for what they are. And then when you switch a subject, because a lot of people do this in debates, when you switch the subject, you forget about the past. We talked about millionaires, we talked about all of that, right? This is what we talked about before we talked about systemic racism. But yet again, systemic racism holds you back. But yet again, we agreed that there's millionaires, billionaires. We also agreed there was 1% Black people in the world. Because we was talking about, do anybody believe that 1% of the rich people actually went to the Epstein Island? That's another question we brought up. Do you believe that the 1% that were Black went to the Epstein Island? Or it was just all white? It's a good question. Because you remember, the Epstein case is so big. And that's what we was breaking down in the beginning. Okay? That's where this kind of started. Because we was talking about the Epstein. What do you think about it? Will they release the Epstein's file? You know what I'm saying? Then we went into the boats that got bombed on the coast. Do we think that they're going to be, do we think that's lawful? You know what I'm saying? That's why Democrats are coming out saying, hey, any unlawful law that your president give you is unlawful, don't you do it. You know what I'm saying? And that can be added in treasoning because you going against your commander-in-chief. So then as we went along, we went down to systemic racism. We went to a system. Because yet again, I'm not in this conversation because the conversation was a conversation. It wasn't a debate. And let me start off right there. It was just a conversation. Ideas bouncing off. You know what I'm saying? But in the conversation, we were trying to talk logic as possible. Logically, let's make it make sense. I love it. Mwah. Shout out to the podcast. Shout out to the Vice community too on TikTok too. It goes down. Matter of fact, let me because I got the homie over here. I'm tripping. Let me do you your royalties. One guy's royalties. Bing. Check them out. You know what I'm saying? So get back to the conversation. So yet again, understand the conversation. Now the debate comes in where you have a true disagreement on something and you stick to it because you want to make reasonable solutions that verify your claims of why something is what it is. Okay. And this is why I say I've been practicing on debating and trying to get better. Because hey, this is things that I gotta prove. If I can't prove it, then you know what I'm saying, I'm doing a bad job. I gotta get better. Okay. So this is what you're trying to prove. When we got to the point of that, systemic racism. Remember, we started out with the Epstein. 1%. Do we think so? Yes or no? Put in the comments. Okay. We got to there. Then we get to these boats, which understandable, y'all. You have the right to understand. And then my biggest question about the boats was when we bomb these boats or whatever has happened, because I've seen the evidence, but yet again, you don't know if they're coming to America or they're leaving America. And I did say, and I'm saying on here, if the boats were leaving America, yes, I have a small problem with that, just a little bit. Sort of do, you know what I'm saying? Because when you think about it leaving America, you're like, okay, it sounds like America might have been on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But when you hear it coming to America, you're like, okay, you really don't think like, okay, is that American on there? You think about, okay, where is it coming from? Venezuela. Venezuela is known for trafficking, bringing stuff over here. We're trying to stop. We're trying to show the cartels down there that we mean business. Okay, cool. We get that. We understand that. We can break that down. That makes logical sense. I think we want our streets safer. We want less drugs here. I think a lot of people believe that drugs are mostly made here, and pharmaceutical drugs are mostly made here. Yes, I will get you that. I will give you that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And when you make it here or you bring it here, you may ship it out of the country so it can be manufactured faster out of the country. But most time you're working on your stuff like that, you're working it on it here. Now we get into this. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the jury, I'm going to start calling y'all that. I'm going to start calling y'all the jury. Because I want y'all to always put in the comments when I'm wrong. I want you to put in the comments when I'm spazzing out. Hey, capiche? You're going to Never Neverland. You're never coming back. I need you to stop. I need you to calm it down. I need you to bring it back. You're losing me. There's nothing wrong with telling me that. Sometimes we go there. That's why I like to bring people up here with me just in case I might go too far. I need somebody to say, hey. But I like having these conversations, though, because I think it's important that shining a light on something that we have all went through, but blindly look at it differently is a real thing. We all been through something, but we blindly look at it differently. We all see what's going on. Blindfoldly, we all touch this bottle right here. Put on a blindfold, touch the same bottle. We all probably gonna have different outtakes. Most likely. Until people start using things that's called common sense when start feeling around like, oh, I remember how this feel. I remember how that feel. Oh, it's a bottle. That's what I mean by blindly going through the same situation, but seeing something different. You would joke with your loved ones about getting around your house. Hold on, check this out. You would joke with your loved ones about moving around the house. Baby, you know that. I know the house like the back of my hand. Oh, really? Cut off the lights, plus blindfold, bedroom to the kitchen. Let me see. You probably thinking to yourself, blindfold and the lights out? That you should know your surroundings. That it's your home. You should be able to go to your bedroom, to your bathroom, to your kitchen, blindfolded, lights out, hands behind your back. You trying to tell me you can't get to the kitchen to get to the knife? And you can walk, but you can't see, but you come on, dog. You trying to tell me you don't know your left from your right all of a sudden just because your eyeballs don't work because you can't blink? You're gonna be like, nah, man, you tripping. Capiche, you tripping. I know how to get. I can do that, dog. Stop playing. I bet you somebody offer you $200 to do it. I bet you gonna do it. Oh man, come on, let's go. I say that by saying this. To know your surroundings, to know your neighbors, to know your neighborhood is to know what needs to be done to better your surroundings. When you know your hallways and cuts, for you hot boys, juvenile listening, come on now. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The blockers. Larry, I think we got another one. I think we got another one. I think we got another one. Huh? The block is hot. Y'all don't remember that song, Hallways and Cuts, Little Turk, before he got locked up? Lil Wayne, so-called best friend. I know I'm getting off the subject. Let me come back. Let me come back. I'm doing the Trump. I'm doing what Donald Trump calls the wave. I know a lot of people, the wave, where he go way off topic just to bring it way back on the top. And a lot of people didn't like that. They be like, you lost me, Trump. What do you mean? So that's what I'm doing right now, the wave, where I waved it way to the hot boy at the block. Come on now, I went to the blindfold to the kitchen because people don't. I make these different references to so maybe I can catch different ideologies of people. Like I said, if you can't get to the bathroom, to the kitchen, blindfolded, butt naked, and blind stop, you don't know your surroundings. That's kind of sad. In your own home. In your own home. You don't know. But yet again, like I said, you D boys out there in the hallways and cuts and stuff like that. Y'all know y'all blocks. You know your neighborhoods. You know your neighbors. If you know that, you can better prepare for your neighborhood. You can better provide for your neighborhood. You know what your neighborhood is missing. First thing a person want to say their neighborhood is missing is a recreation center. We need something for the youth.
Mhm.
Who you gonna put in it? Nobody thinks about that. Who you putting up in there? We need something for the youth. Okay, you need something for grown-ups to do too. Why is this never a job? We need something to do. Yeah, you need jobs for these people. Do something for the youth. Youth, give them a job. Let them get a job. Let them work. Hey. You know what's crazy, bro?
Mm.
You know what's crazy?
Well,
When we get older, we yell at the TV, at the football players, at the basketball players, at the baseball players, at the hockey players, because they're making millions of dollars. Right? They're making millions of dollars. But yet again, there's enough youth programs in everybody's neighborhood for your kids to get in there so they can make those millions of dollars.
mhm.
Oh, okay. So people be killing. We need more for the youth. How? NFL is full of blacks. Basketball is full of blacks. You never heard nobody say DEI. Let's put it in sports. You've never heard a white person say, okay, DEI in the workplace, because yet again, we're trying to get these people in everyday society to get a job at UPS, McDonald's, churches, the post office. We're trying to get DEI there. But yet again, let's DEI basketball and football. We need more white running backs in the league. It's not fair. I heard a statistic. I looked it up, and 98% of running backs in the league, since the league has been recording running backs, has been black. We did, as the girls do it, they do their little thing. Let's get a little DEI in a running back's position.
Lord curse him.
That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I sound stupid. That's how I see people when they tell me systemic racism. And they try to define a system that they don't know deeply how it was formed. And then when I tell it, I may not know it deep, but I tell it how it was formed. Like, yo, this was put in place because yet again, crime was bad. There were corruptions in the streets. People were doing bad things everywhere. This wasn't just not in just California, not just in New York, not just in Chicago, not just in Florida, not just in Texas. We talked about all damn near all 50 states. It took a person in California to say enough is enough. I can't fight. I love how she said, I can't fight the streets like how the streets are fighting me and my people. I don't want to pick up a gun and fight back. So I fought with a pen, an ink pen. And do you know what the dude had the nerve to ask after all of that?
Well,
What do we need to do to fight to fight back to make it equal, because yet again, black people are getting locked up more than white people. What the fuck did she just tell us to go do?
Mm.
And see that now, that's the part that irritates me. And people like, oh, Capisha, don't listen. I heard the lady clearly say, get out and vote, protest, maybe get I think it's 10,000 signatures. Get out in your community, get people to agree upon you. I heard her clearly, and I understand what it takes to get something done, because yet again, I agree with her. So when this guy hears all of this, and she explains everything that happens, to the tragedy, to the baby steps, to the movement, to Joe Biden, to Bill Clinton, to the 3 strikes rule.
Mm.
You still gonna tell me? You still gonna ask me? So, what does it take to get rid of systemic racism? What does it take to get rid of systemic racism? How about get out and vote and understand when you lose that, damn, I got to do it differently the next time. I got to go get more people on my side the next time. How hard is that? When you lose a game, you prepare for the next game. Right?
Mhm.
Ain't that how sports go? We lose this Sunday, so what? We prepare for next Sunday in football. Any given Sunday. So when you lose in voting for something that you really fighting for, I get it. I understand you lost. We got to get them next year. We got to fight harder next year, because it's always the next time. It's just not over. I think it's really that simple. Is it that easy? No. Simple and easy is 2 different things. Easy will be, hey, hello. Just that one person say, I need a bill, and it's wrote and it's done. It's easy. Cool. But the struggle to go out there, to protest, to knock on the door, to explain to everybody every day what you're trying to do, make up a speech, make sure you knock on everybody's door, shake everybody's hand, protest, get rallies. That's hard. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Sweat and tears. You sitting up there, you're waiting on the vote. The news anchor comes up. The outcome is you lost. Well, damn. We're just going to give up, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. We don't care. We got to stop thinking like that, homie. It's never over. I told them some things on there that I didn't like about, you know what I'm saying? For people to understand that I'm a Trump supporter, some things on there I didn't like what Trump was doing. I admitted that. Hey, Trump, hey, I don't like this. You know? I like other things. I love the tariffs. I love the tariffs. All right, y'all. I've been talking about this for 30 minutes. I had to get that off my chest. That felt great. Because it's not that, y'all. It's just, I really don't think that some people take full accountability for how they want to think. But yet again, when you know something, okay, let me break it down like this so people can understand what I mean. when you know somebody is smart and they're smart as hell, it's hard for you to take them joking. It's hard to take them non-seriously. Okay. Because they're smart, they're intelligent, they're always teaching you some. So sometimes their jokes will be unfunny. Okay. Me, I don't do nothing. I'm stuck in between being a nerd, a politician nerd, and a comic book nerd. I sit up here and I listen to politics, I listen to debates damn near all day. Damn near all day. If you look at my my news feed, you would see politics, news, sports, especially today, because you know, you got girls' sports, you got basketballs, you got college, you got things going down. Oh, and other news, changing subjects. I didn't look too deep off into this, but did you know that Tyler Perry getting sued for $250 million?
For what?
I don't freaking know. I'm scared to deep dive in.
Oh, Lord.
I ain't
I
gonna
ain't
lie.
heard it.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. We you know what I'm saying? We don't went through the TD Jakes, we don't went through the R. Kellys, we don't went through the P. Diddy's, we don't went through the Shannon Sharps. I don't know, dog. No, I don't know, man. Just like, do I really want to know what Tyler Perry going through? Because that's a lot of money. Am I really that nosy? Like, I don't know, man. It's like, damn. I don't know, man. Whatever you did,
I messed up.
right? Like they coming after you hard, hard.
Even did.
I'm trying to see if I can find it because it was just posted, but yet the lead attorney does so much. Y'all go check out the lead attorney on YouTube whenever you can. Go check him out. Let me see if I can go to his page real quick. Bruh, he did, man. It's a 4 hour. He was damn near talking about this for 5 hours.
What?
Oh my god.
What the hell did he do though?
I know. I got 5 hours. And then it's the title for me. It's the title. Bombshell. I'm sorry, 260 million sexual assault lawsuit exposed. Like, stop playing.
Hell no.
Stop.
He lying now.
Huh?
I said I know they lying now.
You know what? Just because you said that, I'm gonna do us one small favor, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing one small favor. So there is somewhat media coverage. Like y'all, ladies and gentlemen that's watching this, I don't know what's going on either. So don't sit up here and look at me like I know what's going on, because I don't. I just sometimes I just read titles. I laugh at them because they're funny to me, and maybe I'll go down the rabbit hole seeing what's going on. Sometimes I don't. If I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm scared to see what this is. Like I ain't gonna lie to nobody. Like this one dude I watch, John the Liquidator. Go check him out on YouTube. He covers a lot of WNBA. Very good dude from St. Louis. 314. Go check him out. Yay, yay. But like he said, dog, and I agree with him if he was on her and he was saying this with me, it's looking spooky. He said, I just want to say it one time because how he said be having me crack up sometimes. He be having me crack up. So let's get into this and see what this new coverage about so maybe we can get an understanding of what's going on. Let's go.
So why wasn't he so quick to say no, Tyler? Stop making sexual references, Tyler. Stop inviting.
What the?
I'm just saying, sometimes you click at the right spot, sometimes you click at the wrong spot. I think we clicked at the very right, wrong spot at the same damn time. So can you say that a little bit louder one more time for me? Can you repeat that, please?
I'm like, no, sir.
Let's keep it party.
Inviting me over your house, Tyler. Wait a minute. Stop grabbing.
Hold on. Wait, let me rewind that, y'all. Let's hear that one more time.
Didn't this dude? Why wasn't he so quick to say no, Tyler? Stop making sexual references, Tyler. Stop inviting me over your house, Tyler. Wait a minute. Stop grabbing my balls. Stop grabbing them. You're pulling my drawers down.
I do not want to be famous for nothing.
Hell no.
I would stick to my YouTube. I would make me some good money or whatever, work a lot harder and, what I'm saying, get my subscribers up. But being famous, I'm good.
Why is your mouth open? What? Tyler, he never said.
Hey, didn't I say I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole?
Bro.
Larry, I think we gotta go there. I think we gotta investigate now.
What?
I think we opened up a can. Don't nobody know about this.
What the fuck? Dude.
Huh? They don't know about this. I didn't know Tyler Perry was TD Jaking it.
Well, you know he wear them dresses. You know he wear them dresses.
Okay, wear a dress.
Well,
but don't be man. Hey. Listen to her. I'm finna rewind this. I'm finna rewind this. I'm finna play this out a little bit more. I gotta roll up and smoke. My mind is blown. What did we step in? What did we step into? Larry, I want to blame you. So, because I don't go. I told you I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole, but you asked the right when you ask the right question, I gotta find out the answer.
That sounds like AI. I don't know. Mm-mm.
Let's play this
That was
one more
So
time.
why wasn't he so quick to say no, Tyler?
No, Tyler.
Stop making sexual references, Tyler.
What?
Stop inviting me over your house, Tyler. Wait a minute. Stop grabbing my balls. Stop grabbing them. You're pulling my drawers down. Why is your mouth open? Tyler, he never said no. He thought it was a one-way street. But, this is life. Are there one-way streets? Or do you kind of got to give to get? All right. So this is what we're talking about today. And this man is going to explain to us why he wants $260 million. Now, when Tyler met him, Tyler made this man. When Tyler met him, this dude was serving food. He was a server. All of a sudden, he's on the Oval making $20,000 an episode, and he wants more. But he hasn't sucked anything. You're getting $20,000 an episode, and you're a waiter. But you think now you deserve it? I'm good at my job. You're a waiter. Did Tyler just put you there just on the strength? Now, I know we got a lot of black women in the house. I think we see a preference. I think we see a preference. But listen, if you got $1 billion, you can get what you want. So we're going to speed run through the first few. Shout out to Amazing. He's serving up that beef Wellington. Okay. He's serving up them ham hocks. Y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy. What does P say? If you got $1 billion, I appreciate that. Oh, and thank you so much, Black.
This is what I really want to get into right here, of showing you the actual lawsuit. So this is what you really asked. Because remember you saying you didn't believe it was real. And I was like, oh. And I scammed through it real fast, and I seen that it's real. That's one thing. And you are one of my witnesses for my people in the TikTok world. You know what I'm saying, Larry? Like, because people like, oh, you get your information from. I had to whisper that because yet again, that's what they say. But I just want to show you, you know what I'm saying? You're a witness that the guy that I give my information, what color is he?
black.
It's a black man. Okay. I just want to point that out because I'm tired of people saying that where I be getting my information from. I'm like, you're a lie. No, I do not.
You want me to show you guys something? Does anybody notice something right here? Does anybody notice? Does anybody notice the commas? Does anybody notice? Why isn't plaintiff way over here? Why isn't the comma way over here? Does anybody notice? All right, look at this. So, but anyway, we're gonna get into it. All right, we're gonna get into it now. Where we at? All right, so we know who Tyler Perry is. We know who and Derek is the one who is suing. All right, and what is he saying?
Larry,
Yeah.
You still with me, big dog?
Uh-huh.
Line 2 has 3 names up there.
Dude.
I don't know if y'all can read that. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a P. Diddy or Kelly, Bill Cosby.
let me blow that up. Is that better?
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What's going
All
on?
right, man. Just stop.
Stop.
Yeah, man.
Y'all, he said stop, y'all. Put down in the
Just stop.
comments if y'all want me to keep looking this up, I will go down this rabbit hole. But my boy said stop. I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah, stop. No
That's
more.
that. Yeah, no, okay, it's okay. Hey, I get it. I get it.
Shit.
There's sometimes when you look at a person and you be like, damn, how's he related? Damn, how they related? Like, come on, dog. This dude been locked up. How's he related? Like, really? This dude been locked up for how long has R. Kelly been locked up for?
Damn, man. Shit.
Maybe 5 years?
think it's over 5, like 6, 7.
6, 7?
Yeah, nigga been locked up for a minute. You know, you gonna put that out or now they gonna put more in nigga shit.
Like, damn, it's like still getting brought up. Like,
You say Bill Cosby too. What? Oh man, just stop. You motherfucker. That boy crazy. That shit was funny. Especially when I think R. Kelly. R. Kelly, just stop.
I got something for you. You got some
Some body cam.
All right, when I say these be good, these be good.
What is this?
I can just giving your reaction because I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is, but a good reaction. It's basically Jubilee where they always sit one person against 20 people and you get to argue, you know what I'm saying? Argue their debate, argue their disagreement.
It's like dude be sitting in the barbershop with all them.
Yeah, but this is more untamed. This is more a little unfiltered because these people are really coming at the person sitting in the middle trying to disclaim his disclaimer. Trust me when I say these not only be good of what you hear, especially from one person to another.
Why no one takes woke people seriously. Watch him destroy his own woke gender ideology.
This is where, with all due respect, this is where limitless self-identity takes you. It takes you to the absurd. For example, do you believe? Let me ask you.
Okay.
Do you believe that you can identify as anything you like?
No.
Oh, what are the
No.
exceptions?
I think that most people that when they think about their gender identity, it's he, him, she, her, they, Z. Those are the ones that
What's
people
Z?
are. Z is oh God. Now I can't explain it. No, but Z.
You know I can. you. It's all complete baloney. What's Z? I've no idea.
I know.
And you're the guy trying to defend this nonsense.
This is why no one takes woke people seriously.
Hell nah.
Cause I didn't know there was a Z. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not finna look that shit up either. But damn, what the fuck?
What is a Z?
I'm.
I ain't never heard of.
I tell.
You
I love watching those. Oh my god! But you can't tell me that was that was good. But here's another one.
Do you think that Charlie?
This is why no one takes woke people seriously. Why?
Use Charlie Kirk as an example.
Yes.
Do you think that Charlie Kirk stood for free speech?
Absolutely.
You do.
Oh my God.
Really? How?
Well,
Tell me about that.
Charlie Kirk was the absolute personification of defending free speech.
Oh, really?
Let me explain why.
Okay.
Charlie Kirk had strong views about a lot of things, many of which you probably don't agree with, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But Charlie Kirk, week after week, around America, would go onto university campuses knowing that most people there didn't agree with him, may have a preconceived view about him, maybe thought he was a fascist and all the other things they called him. And he would sit there in his tent, sometimes outside as he was when he was appallingly assassinated, and he would say, prove me wrong. And people would line up and they'd come and have a debate like this, and he would listen to them respectfully. He'd challenge them.
No.
He'd argue with them.
That's not what happened.
Sorry, that's exactly what Charlie Kirk did.
Okay, as somebody that
And for that, he
runs-
got a bullet.
What?
That is what I heard in the conversation this morning too. That Charlie Kirk was a pawn. He didn't believe in freedom of speech. And what basically what he's saying is she's saying that he wasn't for freedom of speech. He was against freedom of speech, but he freely opened up the mics for you and anybody on that campus that wanted to debate peacefully, calmly, and respectably that disagree with him and state your claim. That's freedom of speech. Larry, remember I just told you about a person who just got locked up for calling a person a fag in a whole nother country that so-called adopted the United. Matter of fact, where this guy is from, hold on. Dang. Did I pull it up? Oh, dang. Ah, shit. My bad.
The hell you
My
know?
bad. Because I'm clicking, I'm moving too fast. But basically, this where this guy's from, Piers Morgan. I watch a lot of his shows. I do. You know what I'm saying? Because yet again, he has the harsh debate with people. And I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? You need to express yourself, dog. There's nothing wrong with expressing yourself. And I think people look at me as I discourage people to express themselves. Like, as soon as I hear something that's not true, I just discourage you from expressing yourself. And that's how people may take it. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I really get it. But that's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? You express yourself, tell it how it is. And I may disagree or agree, but it's still your ideology, your how you think. What this lady is trying to say is what we would say is falsely true. He wasn't against freedom of speech. Yet again, this guy didn't even know a lady in his country was locked up for texting her best friend that she got beat up and abused by somebody and called him a fag.
Mhm.
Yet again, me supposedly saying the word fag on here is such a hate crime and disrespecting to a community that, yet again, YouTube will probably hear me say this and hit me with a fine and try to ban me. Because I'm saying I'm describing what somebody else did in a whole nother country, not derogatory talking about somebody and disclaiming them or disrespecting somebody. I'm actually talking about something that actually happened, but yet again, they will claim it as hate speech. And I wish you was in there the last time when I was talking to Johnny and Money Demon about freedom of speech and about, yo, because he sent me a video of a woman who fired somebody because, yet again, they was cheating on each other at work with each other. They was dating, but they was cheating each other. They both had wives. And she fired them because she found out on social media.
Mhm.
And I was like, and I was trying to explain to him the difference between that, the difference between the freedom of speech of somebody that you feel is a good person, but yet again, you may see something that disturbing on social media doesn't describe how they are. It really doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Let me think before I say this. If people can agree to say that life is art, then expressing yourself through words is nothing but an expression and a art that how you put together that other people may not see and agree upon. That's how you kind of got to look at that. You may not want to, but kind of how you got to look at that. Yeah, it's amazing up here. I wonder what's going on. I just want to hear something going on in the background.
My bad. My nephew stole a copy.
So basically, what's going on now? What I'm hearing so far that the gerrymandering act in Texas has passed.
Who?
Gerrymandering, where you vote a certain way and certain districts are accounted to the Republican side or Democratic side because of representation. There was gerrymandering in Texas a long time ago to so-called properly represent the Democrat, and it really wasn't to properly represent Democrat. It was to give the Democrat Party a better opportunity to get represented in Texas. Well, Trump has found that that's technically cheating because, yet again, I guess they're not represented correctly how it really should technically go. And so he went back to the old way and he got the court system to agree upon them. Trying to see if I can find. Go ahead.
I ain't saying nothing.
Just in what? What DC pipe bomb?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about? I don't know nothing about DC pipe bomb.
No.
Is none other than Judge Jeanine Pirro, of course, DC U.S. Attorney. Judge, this is a huge deal. Americans, I think, had begun to think this would never be solved. This case would never be, people would never feel good about this because of what happened. Explain the key piece of information in your mind that cracked this case.
Well, Americans had a right to feel that this case would never be solved because it was clear that the Biden administration did not make this a priority. Within a couple of months of the finding of these pipe bombs, they pulled agents off this case. When President Trump came in, he made a decision that he was going to reinvigorate the investigation. Kash Patel, Dan Bongino made a decision that we were going to look at this, reanalyze evidence. And what I said there was clear. 3 million pieces of data, and we had to find the commonality. We had to find what was common when you had a...
Am I watching a person just walk down the street with pipe bombs in a grocery bag?
Yeah, well, it looked like.
Dog, where in the heck is Johnny? Where is he at? He need to watch this episode. I'm telling him, watch this episode and go all the way to an hour in, and you tell me that you think that it's okay to watch a man. Huh? Say that one more time. Is it okay to watch a man walk down the street with pipe bombs? Pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb made of a pipe, end caps, wires that were red and black, as well as a 9-volt battery and some. There was also
these
some
are common items.
These are very common.
You find them around the house, but
for example, there were end caps that we had to analyze. 233,000 of those end caps were sold. We had to, the FBI, to their credit, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino did an incredible job. All of the agents did. They looked at every one of these end caps, found out who bought them, and tried to figure out who was the common person with the end caps, with the pipes.
Cell phone pings.
Cell phone pings that connected with the defendant walking along that area with the video that we had. When we had the pings, when we realized that his cell phone is pinging exactly where he's walking, we knew we had someone. But we didn't stop there. We had to get all of his receipts. He's been buying this kind of equipment since 2019. And by the way, this is a guy who kind of has a very low profile life. Yes, he lives with his mother, his family.
Bail bondsman
that his father owns. He does very little. But this investigation was reinvigorated. There was a determination here, and I have never seen agents work around the clock. With prosecutors from my office, every time they found a piece.
That's wow. That's wild, y'all. We got to figure out a way to make our streets a lot safer. We got to figure out a way to make our streets a lot safer. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever time you're watching this. This is the Burn Live Show. We burn through conversation, trying to ash out common sense. I appreciate y'all hanging out with your boy. I'm your host, Capiche. Until next time, have a good day.